Season 3, Work Done, Physics in Necrotic World, Episode 58, Power. Welcome, strangers. Quotation marks. I mean, obviously ironic this time, but this is what they said. Are you a hypocrite, sir? Are you ignorant? End of quotation marks. Why the hell do news people choose to highlight this line of questioning? How the hell does it paint them in a good light? I mean, I guess people glaze over and think it's cool, but that's the most ridiculous thing that I've heard on a news channel for, ages. I mean, sure, politics in general is ridiculous half the time, but, I can't believe it. What is that question? What are those questions? It's not like the guy was going to jump up and admit, yes, I'm innocent. I'm a massive hypocrite. I mean, does that not make reporters hypocrites for assuming and digging graves for people rather than just asking relevant questions on both sides of the story? I mean, stop heckling. It's silly and childish. Power is energy over time. P equals E over T. You know what they say? Whoever controls the media controls the mind and controls how everyone perceives reality. I mean, that's stupid. Why are you allowing, one person on the news to tell you what to think? You know what I mean? Use your brain. Think. You don't always have all the information. It's not always available. So don't assume. You know what I mean? Power is work done divided by time. They're all synonyms. Use whatever floats your boat, really. So the gradient of a work done versus time graph is the power. Gradient is rise over run. It's change in y-axis over change in x-axis. The independent variable is the one you change, so the variable that's practically controlling the experiment. So it's steadily being increased or decreased in increments goes on the x-axis of the graph. The dependent variable without the in changes based on the independent variable. So changes as the experiment changes ideally. I mean, not just being a dead zero the whole time. I mean, that wouldn't be a very exciting use of your time. I mean, if you wanted to prove nothing happens, you don't need to continue forever, but sure, try some test cases, and perhaps, try proof by contradiction instead. In year 9, I kept a book in my bag for practically over a year. This book was Zero, a biography of a dangerous idea, by Charles Safe. Safe as in Seife. Yeah, sure, I didn't read all of it, but I grasped the concepts. I mean, that's what matters when reading anyways. Year 10 was Chaos by James Gleick, but I never really did read much of that, because I was already exploring chaos myself. And then when my maths teacher was like, that book, it's really cool. So I was like, oh my god, I should get that, I should borrow that. So I did. I didn't read much of that because Lorenz's coffee analogy irritated me slightly, and I was like, surely chaoticians still exist, right? I mean, this whole book is full of people like me. It was a very strange mirror that I could see myself in, so I didn't finish that, unfortunately. But one day I will. Also, I have to read Maniac by Benjamin Labatut, but it's in French, so baby steps. I got it last year. I started a bit, but I mean, technically I got it this year. I started a bit, but I didn't. I've done 3 pages. It's in French. It takes me a while. Yeah. So I've decided that by the end of this year, so 2026, not this year as in this year, I mean after year 11, I'll do that. I should read all these books because it feels good to not have to think and to appreciate how others have done this before me and they've worked with it and how they thought. It's very interesting. Leonardo da Vinci, his Atlantis Codex is such a fun thing to skim through because it's like, oh my god, my brain thought that too. Which is cool. I like that. So I have to find a copy of some of these books. I have to find a copy of Heisenberg's Physics and Philosophy. Oh my god, I didn't know before a week ago that he had a book about physics and philosophy. It's literally called Physics and Philosophy. need to read that. Obviously, I recognize that I can't finish them all, but I can at least walk away thinking and connecting concepts, which is really the music that ought to be listened to, not just read from pages and pages and pages. I mean, I did go through, Thomas Flynn's Cryogenic Handbook and a few pages of Skyver's Helium Cryogenics textbook. Before Skyver, I can't really get my hands on a copy. I've only done 10 pages that I found online. But the Internet Archive has an older version of Skyver's textbook, so I need to work through that more. Dirac as in DIRAC, has some great books and lectures to look at, along with Oppenheimer, okay. It's powerful being able to read captures of other people's minds. I mean, it's a really beautiful thing. I mean, you guys are hearing my mind, literally trying to hear and play the music, but it's not enough. It's not about going through annotations and annotations, but it's about reading what inspires you to do something. Like, what does it mean to you? And what do you actually think? Even the few pages I've read from the lot of books I'm talking about is enough for me to form webs and webs of understanding. Non-linear structures exist in how neurons in our brains work and play naturally anyways. We may as well jumpstart them like starting a car's engine or something by challenging them to dip in and out of any piece of literature available. I mean, thinking aloud is fun too, which is a massive bonus. I've been reading papers from Girls Lab in Florida, and they have a lot going on that we frankly do not, as in UK. I mean, in UK, we primarily import cryogenic supplies, and even then, there are no really obviously active research labs, so that's not much use, is it now? I mean, for A-level, I'm thinking maths, further maths, physics, and English language. English language because I want to be able to communicate like this. I want it to matter in a way, you know what I mean? I want to be able to connect stuff. I mean, sure, RS is cool and I can learn about the philosophers, but I want to be a philosopher. I want to be a physicist. Like, I want to actually be that person. I don't want to read about people. I want to be a person that matters. I want to, be Rimona Christian. I want to be somebody. Velocity squared is proportional to kinetic energy, which is also proportional to mass. By proportional, I mean sure, you have inversely proportional, where one goes up, the other goes down, and one goes down, the other goes up. But in this case, I'm talking about directly proportional, as in by one increasing, the other also simultaneously increases, and vice versa is also true, as in one decreasing, the other side also simultaneously decreases, at the same rate too, yeah? Ke, which is kinetic energy, is equal to half mv squared, so half of mass multiplied by velocity squared. Velocity is then square root of 2 times energy over mass. You know what's really funny? It's funny how the giants who are well known in these fields are the legends, but the people nowadays, they don't try as hard anymore. They assume theoretical physics is dead. Well, actually, I mean, in theory, I think it's alive for as long as there are problems, and there are minds that can try working with the problems. I mean, I'd like to be a theoretical physicist, but working closely with experimental physicists, in that I can offer ideas that they might miss, in a way that actually makes a difference. And I think it's all about communication. It's about being able to voice your thoughts to people. I mean, I hope you guys take something from this whole podcast. Anything. I mean, the music is a main... That's what I want to do. I want to hear the music. The world is not in neat mathematical fields or sets or whatever. It's an interconnected universe where ideas constantly being formulated and perceived into present minds. It's just existing and being and changing states all the time. Energy transfers. It's really cool. There's a whole world to explore. See you next time at Physics in Necrotic World. This is your host, Rimona Christian, R out.